Cruel laughter cut through the air, sharp enough to make my chest tighten. My father's voice followed, hard and cold. You're grounded until you apologize to your stepmother. He said it in front of everyone, like it was a performance. Heat crawled up my neck, but I kept my expression even. All I managed was a quiet, "Fine." Silence was the only armor I had left. The next morning, he looked at me with that smug curl of his lip. "Finally figured out where you stand," he muttered. His tone dripped superiority. But the moment he glanced around my room, bare, stripped of things that mattered, his confidence faltered. And when the family lawyer rushed in with panic in his eyes and asked, "Sir, what have you done?" I didn't bother to respond. I just watched the cracks begin to form. I remembered the day I met my stepmother. She wore confidence like a designer coat. She smiled at me as if she expected the world to bend her way. I thought maybe we could coexist. She had charm. I had optimism. My father, clueless and eager to please, believed everything would fall into place. I trusted them both. I shouldn't have. Small things gave it away at first. Plans canceled at the last minute. Strange glances exchanged when they thought I wasn't looking, whispered conversations behind closed doors. Then their behavior towards me shifted. My father began using me as a punchline to his jokes, pushing boundaries just to see how much I'd take, enjoy my discomfort more than he ever should have. The final push was an argument. It was an order, a demand that I apologize publicly or face whatever humiliating consequence he devised. I felt anger, but it wasn't wild or uncontrolled. It was sharp, focused. I saw everything clearly then. Instead of fighting back loudly, I observed. Every time they laughed at me, I paid attention. I studied their habits, their assumptions, their blind spots. They believed they were untouchable. They weren't. Quietly, I dove into research. Laws, rights, protections. I met with professionals in secret. Slowly, I assembled a file so complete and so organized that there was no way out for them. Every questionable transaction, every email, every manipulated account. It all became part of a single, devastating structure. Then I acted, not rashly, not impulsively. Step by step, I shifted assets, secured legal documents, and placed every financial move my father made under scrutiny. People around us unknowingly helped me. They were pieces in a plan they didn't realize existed. Timing mattered more than anything. I waited until the perfect moment. That moment came during a family dinner, the same setting where my father had once humiliated me for sport. He sat there, shoulders relaxed, already smiling like victory belonged to him. My stepmother's eyes gleamed with confidence. I walked in calm and silent. The lawyer was the first blow. He stood there holding documents, voice steady but tense. "Sir, these are all signed by you. Do you understand their implications?" For the first time, confusion crossed my father's face. His smirk twitched, breaking apart bit by bit. As each page was laid before him, evidence of mishandling, poor decisions, manipulations, legal liabilities, I watched realization hollow him out. My stepmother stiffened, her expression draining of certainty. He tried to argue, tried to cling to his authority, but every excuse he gave had already been dismantled. I prepared for every angle, every lie, every attempt to regain control. The power he clung to for years collapsed around him. Fear finally replaced his arrogance. He stared at me with disbelief, rage, and a wounded pride that refused to die. "You? What did you?" I didn't let him finish. I just looked at him and said, cool and steady, "You taught me patience." Then I turned and walked away. Down the hallway where I'd once felt small. Out into the night, my steps light, my chest finally free. After years of being the target of mockery, I wasn't a victim anymore. I was the one who built the outcome. Justice doesn't always shout. Sometimes it arrives quietly, settling exactly where it's needed. And for the first time in my life, I felt untouchable.